this video, we're gonna recreate one of my favorite shots from the Cyberpunk Edgerunners series in preparation for a grander, bigger, more epic cyberpunk short that I'd like to produce. But in order to be ready for that, I need to learn how this effect is made first. Netflix and the animation studio Trigger has dropped an amazing anime series based on the video game Cyberpunk 2077. For those unfamiliar, this franchise takes place in a dystopian future in which civilization becomes reliant on cybernetic enhancements. Pretty sick. Now, I'll admit, I did not know what to expect considering how notorious Cyberpunk's release was, but after watching this 3 times, I can say that I was immediately enthralled with the world that it takes place in. I love the characters, it's fun, it's sad, it's just so good. In the show, the main character David installs a military-grade cyberware implant called the Sandevistan. It gives him the ability to move incredibly quick while his environment remains practically still. So, super speed. I really enjoy the visual cue that the Cyberpunk's animators decided to land on to display this effect. It distinguishes itself from typical super speed tropes by incorporating a rainbow hue of past frames to depict an action or movement. Simple, but really unique and very pleasing to the eye. Especially this scene.
Show me you got this. It's time to cut loose, no holding back. So show them who you are.
And this shot, this is the one that we're gonna recreate. Okay, we need to involve 4 different elements here. Me, on a green screen, facing the same direction as David, using the Sandy. I took some raw footage keeping the direction of our light source in mind. A truck for me to stand on, a background plane slightly moving, and a gradient for the sky. But enough chit-chat, let's get to doing. I scavenged my apartment for the closest sort of cyberpunk outfit I could find, and I did a terrible job. This is when it all really started to go downhill. If I wanted this shot to not look as janky, I would have either punched up the lights or shot this outside, but sometimes you just gotta work with what you got. Shout out my amazing girlfriend, by the way, for being wind. After I did some key lighting and roto brushing, I realized I'm really boring to look at here. We need to go visit the Ripper Dock and get some enhancements. Good enough? Okay, time to install the Sandevistan. Here's what we gotta do. We need to create a duplicate. Keyframe the position, keyframe the hue, and make a ton of duplicates. Make sure they freeze on the last frame. And then offset the anchor point. And the result! Wow, that actually looks kinda cool. For the rest of the scene, we don't have that much time, so we used a mixture of 2D and 3D assets. Truck, 3D. Mountains, 2D. The sky, a 2D gradient. And I'm kinda happy with it. Lens flares and heat distortion, because why not? We're trying to have some fun. You ever heard of it? Got a problem? Kinda wacky, I know, but I also threw a posterized time on me to sort of make it feel like a cartoon. This could have been a terrible idea, but I kinda liked how it looked. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed this show so much, you can consider this a rough draft of a way more involved short that I would love to make. I hope you enjoyed this little teaser of that idea. Now, if you excuse me.
High time I grown the fuck up.